And I'm going to share screen. All right, here we go. All right. Well, let's see here. I'm going to stop share right now, just to say welcome everybody and thank you for coming to our office meeting today. We have a lot of information for you today, as always. And I guess we'll go ahead and get started. This is the office meeting for October 18th, 2022. And I'll go back and share my screen again. We'll get going. All right, here we go. Slideshow. And I got to get rid of these messages and I'm going to hide. I need to hide this bar. Okay. And okay, here we go. Welcome everybody. Do we have Enchanted Roofing here today? I didn't see them come in yet. Phyllis, if you see them come in, let me know. Give them a chance to say hello. And then I did see Tanner Davis. Tanner, what's new with American Home Shield?
Well, we keep hearing, I keep reiterating to everybody, we keep hearing how the market is changing. We do offer sellers coverage to cover for the listing period. It's good up to 6 months, not due until closing. $75, which is awesome because $75 gets you $2,000 worth of coverage towards your major home systems, your air conditioner, your heater, your water heaters. Just want to make sure that everybody knows that we do offer the sellers coverage. And you can, if you have sellers, they can actually get a plan for the buyer as well while they're getting the sellers coverage. So great tool to use. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to help any way I can.
Do they have to do that at the beginning of the listing, or say there's a problem during escrow, which has happened, and then they say, you know what, we should have gotten that seller's coverage? Can they do that?
It's got to be before the inspection. So if something does come up and that would be considered an existing condition and it detectable, so that would be not covered.
Okay. And how much again is that coverage for seller coverage?
$75, not
Period.
due until closing.
And due at closing. Okay, that's a no-brainer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Thank you. And here's Tanner's contact info on there for anybody who needs him. Okay. Oh, gotta get this going again. Okay, Shannon Peshlakai, are you listening today? Are you on the call? He was in the office next to me. I wonder if he forgot.
I don't see him.
Let me run and see.
Tanner, weren't you doing home Fidelity?
I indeed was. I was at Fidelity for 5 years. And now I'm with American Home Shield.
Oh, it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
Besh is logging in right now. We'll come back to him in a minute. All right.
Well,
Sarah,
I just
are you
thought
here?
I'd let you know that Aaron came in.
I saw that. Yeah. Aaron,
Okay.
Sarah, are you here? She asked me about the meeting this morning. Okay, let me see if I can get back to Pesh. There we go. Pesh, are you on the call now? I saw him get admitted to come in. He was having technical difficulties. Pesh, can you hear me?
He's on the screen. His name is on the screen, but video isn't.
I think he's working on it.
All right, I got it. I'm here. Is it my turn? I'm sorry, computer technical difficulties. Just want to let you know that something started this month, actually just a few days ago, was MFA has changed their home buyer, first-time home buyer program, where you have the first home program and now you have the first down program, but they changed it now to where the first down program is 4% of the sales price. So if you got a first-time home buyer, that if they're going like an FHA type program, they need 3.5%. Well, they got 4% of the sales price is what they'll use. And that's really great because a lot of times it didn't wasn't enough to really make it happen in this area. But now in the higher prices, you have more funds available with that. And then the starting credit score with that qualifying credit score is still 620, which is great. And then the rate right now, 6.125, was actually a lot better than even your conventional programs out there. So if you have any questions on that, email me, text me, call me, message me, whatever you need, I'm here.
Great. Thanks, Pesh. All right. Now, ask again, does Sarah make it to the meeting yet? No?
I don't see her.
Okay, great. Well, move on then. All right, there you go. And as always, looking for new smart partners. I think we're gonna revamp our smart partner program a little bit come 2023, and we're gonna be more interested and capable, I hope, of working with smart partners to help promote their businesses and help them grow their businesses. We're looking forward to that. One of the things that we talked about at the mastermind conference that I just went to was a big topic. Okay, smart Zooms coming up. We have a big one coming up this coming in 10 days on the 28th, fourth Friday of the month at noon. Todd Sumney is going to be teaching a 2023 business plan. And we're going to do a live watch party at the West Side office for those who want to participate together. Bring your laptop. We'll have food and beverage and fun. And everybody who's taken his prior business planning classes has just loved it and said it was really, really helpful to them. So don't miss it. Come to the watch party at the West Side office. We have 2 conference areas, so we have plenty of room for everybody who wants to come. The West Side office, of course, is at 3710 Bosque Plaza Lane behind the Dairy Queen in the building with the orthodontist, if you haven't been there. Okay, so be sure and sign up in the education calendar of the RSA. When you log in, you'll see education on the left-hand side. I guess for you, it's this side. And sign up to participate. If you can't come to the watch party, if you're coming to the watch party, you don't need to sign up because we'll sign up for the group. And I would love to have everybody participate in the live watch party that day. Okay, bring your laptop if you're coming to the live party, and it's 11 o'clock on Friday, the October the 28th. Okay. HomeSmart has been in the news again lately. We were in Riz Media as the cover article, and it was a great article about how HomeSmart navigates through change. And we're going to have some changes in the marketplace soon. So we really thrived last time in the recession. I hope we do so again, because I think we're headed for a little bit of a bumpy road in the next year or so. Okay, here we go. So check that out. Here's the link to it, and see what they had to say about how HomeSmart helps agents to succeed. Okay. All right. Growth Summit coming up. You know, every month I talk about Growth Summit. It is a phenomenal event. You won't want to miss it. Here's Arthur Briscoe, one of the other broker owners, talking about it.
Every year we come to Growth Summit. It's filled with so much training. It's filled with so much to do and to help your agents grow all over the country. So come out and join us for Growth Summit 2023. It's gonna be bigger, it's gonna be better, and you certainly will not regret it.
There's absolutely no reason why an agent shouldn't be here. It's only gonna help you grow your business.
It was very fun last year. Trish and I went, and we're going again next year, and would love to have you join us too.
Every year we
Let
come
me see if I can get this to move forward. There we go. This year we're having it at the Paris, Las Vegas, and hotel room costs are ridiculously cheap. I think it's a basic room is $69 or $79 a night, and you can upgrade for a few dollars more to a suite. And breakfast and lunch is provided for every day of the event. And I think there's a cocktail reception the first evening prior to getting started with all our events. And they're going to have, again, the gala event where they give out awards, and we have a top name performer come and give a live private concert. I forget who we had last year, but he was phenomenal, country singer, and was a lot of fun. The room was a little cold because they had it set up to have big doors, big glass doors were wide open, and it was cold that night. But hopefully this year we won't freeze our butts off. All the women were in their little skimpy cocktail dresses, freezing to death. And so anyway, it was very fun anyway. I hope you'll come. All right, so what to look forward to at Growth Summit? Inspiring national caliber speakers, and I'm not kidding. They had some phenomenal speakers every day. Networking for future referrals. I've gotten business there. I think Patricia has too. You'll get to know about what HomeSmart's all about. You can meet our leadership. Ashley Bowers and Matt Widows are there, and they speak, I think, pretty much every day, and also other leadership within HomeSmart. There's expo vendors with lots of ideas and websites and tools and so forth to help you in your business, and lots of learning, breakout sessions, seminars, and webinars available throughout the conference every day. New ideas to grow your business, and it's very fun. So be sure and register. You can register now and pay later. If you pay through, I think you have to pay in full by December 31st, but you can just put a small down payment right now and then pay the rest later. And so let me know if you're going to come. And if you need a roommate to split costs in your room, let me know about that too. Okay. All right, so new marketing tool. This is something that came out of the HomeSmart Mastermind Summit that I went to at the beginning of October with all the other broker owners. They introduced a new tool. And while I was gone, Ruben Griego discovered it, and he is super excited about it. And I know you will be too. So you go and find it at the Marketing Design Center right here. All right, under marketing. And then you'll see on the right-hand side these square boxes. And this is where you go to sign up. It's super free and easy, super easy and free, I should say. And you can do things like this with your, all of those social media posts that you've seen in the Marketing Design Center. Now you can customize them with your contact info, your website, your cell phone number, and really brand them to you, your picture, and so forth. So here's a couple that Ruben created, one like this, and also his banner. Fill in your info in the profile and it populates this stuff for you. Then you choose your message of what you want to talk about. So do you want to use inspirational quotes? Do you want social media content for monthly content, market update, client testimonials, client focused messages like I'm here for you, holiday and special occasions? We've got Halloween coming up, property posts like just listed, just sold, and so forth, and more. And I am super excited about this. This is something I've been wanting them to do for years, and it's finally here. It works just like Canva. If you have a Canva account, you'd be very familiar with how this works. You can import stuff to work on your own, bring your own listing pictures in and stuff like that. And, you know, your headshot and all that. So, and it's branded to HomeSmart Realty Pros, not HomeSmart National. Okay, so even better, right? Okay, so that's how you do that. And one more thing to tell you is that for $25 a month, you can automate your social media posting. That is a deal. And you could do it yourself for free. That's okay too. But they have this new system with this little button right here where you can automate this social media on all your channels, whether you use LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and get it branded to you using the beautifully designed graphics from HomeSmart. Okay, so I'm super excited about this. I just started playing around with this. I haven't even dove into it myself, but I think you'll really like this. Okay, more good news. I couldn't find a good graphics for this one, so sorry, this one is boring, even though it's very exciting news. We are going to start doing your commission checks by direct deposit. So a lot of reasons for this, but mainly the benefit for you is that when there's no more 10-day check holds and no more banks refusing to take your e-checks. We've had a lot of problems with that, unfortunately, especially with the credit union. So they just flat out refuse to take your check, which is crazy. It's a good check. But we can still do a paper live check if you need it, but we've been sending out test deposits for those who have closings coming up. So you might find a funny little deposit for 45 cents or something like that in your account. That's what that's about. We're testing the system to make sure we have your correct routing number and correct bank account number, so that when we send you a check for your commission, it goes through correctly and quickly. The idea is that we will receive the check from title right after closing. We deposit it the same day we get it. I have a check scanner on my desk, and we scan the check immediately, put it in the bank. It clears my account overnight. You get paid the next day. And if we have the cash flow, then we'll just go ahead and write your check and have your check go through the same night as the check clears. But sometimes we don't. Sometimes a big check or whatever, and we have to wait for it to clear our account. And then we write your ACH deposit check the next day after we get the check, and then you get paid the very next day. So the latest you should get your money is, if it closes on Monday, you should have your money in your bank and usable by either Wednesday or Thursday. Okay, pretty awesome, I think. So it's about time we got around to figuring this out. I don't know, there was a lot of reasons why we didn't do it this way before, but now we have a system and an affordable way to do this for you. And I'm super excited to tell you about that. Okay, so I sent out an email about it previously as well. So that's what that's about. Okay, now some bad news. I'm afraid we're going to have to do a small price increase to make it through this coming recession that we're anticipating here. We've been in business for 3.5 years. We've never changed our fee structure, and now we have to do some adjustment. So we're dealing with inflation too, just like everybody else. Rent, utilities, insurance, salaries, support systems that we use in our business here have all gone up. Everything has gone up. And so we also, which we didn't have at the very beginning, have 3 offices now that support you in your business. Okay. You can help us eliminate the need for fee increases by helping us hire more agents. Okay. We'll talk about that some more a little bit later here. But I want you to look at it this way. The average house price in May of 2019, when we opened our doors, was $226,000 in Albuquerque. In Santa Fe, it was about double that. And average house price in September of 2022, last month, was $340,000. That's a huge, huge increase. Okay. So an agent selling 10 houses in 2019 made a gross commission income of $67,800. But in 2022, it was $102,000. Huge, huge increase. So that's an increase of $34,000, over 50%. You can imagine the 70-30 plus fees firms have been doing very well through this price increase in housing. And we are a flat fee company. We don't take advantage of that increase in fees, but we figure a 10% increase in our fees is justifiable. You guys are making more money, and we are facing a recession. We need to do something to make sure that we make it through this recession and are here for you throughout the whole ordeal, whatever that comes to. I don't know when or how much we're going to have a recession, but everybody's saying get ready. So we're getting ready. Okay. I also need to change our E&O structure. Our E&O fee from Crest Insurance tripled. And I'm not kidding, tripled between 2021 and 2022. We did not change our fees to you for 2022, but we're going to need to do that for 2023. I don't know what the next year's fee is going to be for our E&O insurance, but I know it's going to go up again, hopefully not triple, but it will go up again. So we're not increasing what you pay, we're increasing how you pay. So instead of $150 in January, it'll be $200. And then instead of $50 for the next 9 transactions, it'll be $75 for 5 transactions. We have a lot of agents that only do a handful of transactions. And if you only do 1 or 2 transactions, you won't pay that much for your E&O. And those who are busier and do more transactions will pay that $575, which the cap used to be $600, now it'll be $575. So there's a little bit of a total reduction, but we're changing to try to collect a little bit more upfront so that we can cover the cost of our E&O. Sorry, I didn't get out of breath. The other thing is a new fee, and it's not optional. It's called a deductible waiver fee. And what that will be is a $300 charge against your first transaction of the year. And then you don't have to pay an E&O deductible if you have a claim. We cover it. So we're going to aggregate all the fees collected. That is our pool to pay an E&O fee deductible for whoever might have a problem. And any of you could have a problem, including me. And so this way we can hopefully keep our cost for E&O down. I may have to change our deductible. Right now we have a $2,500 deductible. I'm probably going to have to raise it to be able to afford next year's E&O insurance. I don't know yet. I won't know till probably December what that's going to look like. But this is a way to let you off the hook for any deductible charge. We cover it because you've paid in an insurance premium to get out of paying any deductible. Okay, so if you don't do a deal, you don't have to pay this. It's only from your first transaction of the year. All right, and I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. I'm happy to discuss it further. Okay. Monthly fee changes. I think my slide got mixed up there. It's going to be $54 a month for 2023 instead of $49, which is $5 increase. You won't even feel it. And then transaction fee is going up $50 to $545 instead of $495 per side. Again, just we got to cover our overhead. And so option B will be commensurate. It's more complicated, so I didn't try to outline all of that. And then option C will go to $350 a transaction side instead of $300. But the next slide shows you how to make way more money back from HomeSmart just by referring agents to join us. The more we grow, the less we ever have to do this again. I hope we never have to raise our fees again. And if we can grow to double our size over the next year, that's my goal, that we double our size over the next 12 months or so, then we won't need to. We'll be fine. All right, I've talked about this before, the Agent Equity Program. As far as I know, we're only doing this for 2022. So you have to sign up in 2022 and bring somebody in 2022 to take advantage of this program. You don't have to change plans. It doesn't cost you anything. It really works like a referral program, which is what it is. So when you refer agents to join HomeSmart, you get to a stock certificate for a minimum of $150 to start. And the more that person does in business, you get more stock options. Okay, it's called stock grants, not options. And it's a grant, free. Option means you have to pay it for it, but grant is free. And they say that the most you could earn was up to $8,350. I think it's $8,350, might be $84. But anyway, that's a lot of potential money just for bringing in one person. And again, you don't have to change your plan. So I urge everybody to go to this link and sign up for the Agent Equity Program. It really is just like a referral program. So it doesn't change your plan. It doesn't change anything about your relationship with HomeSmart, except that you're now eligible to receive stock grants. It takes 3 years to mature before you get to cash it in, but if you're here in 3 years, you get to take advantage of all of the growth that you helped create in HomeSmart, okay? And so you get rewarded. That's the whole idea. Matt Widows has donated $10 million of his stock for this program, but it's only for 2022 as far as I know, okay? Okay, want to remind everybody we have floor time available in the West Side office. If you have signed up for floor time in the past and you're not going, please let me know. That way we can open up the slot for someone else who would like it. If you are doing it, maybe let Phyllis know that and confirm that yes, you're still working your time slot. Okay, that'd be great. It's a good chance to get some work done and possibly pick up somebody who's visiting the orthodontist office who would like to talk to a realtor. I've just got my signage ready. We're going to take it over to the West Side office and put that on the door. And one of the things in there says walk-ins welcome. So we're going to encourage them to come in and visit. Okay. All right. Workplace. Now, sorry, I need another breath of air. I get out of breath because I talk too fast. Workplace is something that HomeSmart has created. It's our own private Facebook world. Okay. And all of the Facebook groups that are in Facebook now have migrated over to Workplace, including the referral network. All right, and so many of our agents have gotten Facebook referral leads from people who know somebody else in Albuquerque or otherwise in New Mexico. And I see a couple of our agents always raise their hand and say, pick me, pick me. And you can too. You can get access to those referrals. We've been reaching out to everybody to get your Meta account set up in Workplace. It's super easy to do. And we're going to start using it as a way to broadcast our office meetings, do trainings, have networking sessions of different types of whatever training we want to do, or the Smart Start group is going to have a page there. And that way you guys can share ideas, ask questions in a safe place together. And, and our office Facebook group is moving over there. Okay, so it's just kind of getting kicked off. There's not a lot of activity in there yet, but it's coming. Okay, so we want everybody to be able to be part of it by opening up your Facebook account. It's not a Facebook. It works like Facebook, but it's not Facebook. It's Workplace. Okay, and so it has a familiar platform since it's done by Meta, which also owns Facebook. It works very much like that. Okay, but it's private to just us. Okay, case study. We had an issue recently where one of our agents did a little too much helping. He paid $2,000 out of his pocket for a moving company for his client, who happened to be a friend as well. However, the seller claims that our agent overstepped his bounds, ordering the movers to start work. He says he didn't, but she thinks that he did. And there's kind of a, he said, she said thing going on. Some of her belongings got stolen over the weekend between Friday and Monday. We don't know how or who. And she's blaming our associate broker, saying he's the one that hired the movers, and the movers must have taken her stuff because they had access to the house. And she's threatened to sue us and file complaints even after her insurance is taking care of it. So I don't know why, but that's what she's saying. We haven't heard anything from her, but she could go after our E&O over this and say that he didn't act appropriately and he made mistakes. We don't think he did. She thinks he did. Who knows? We haven't heard anything yet, but sometimes if you're helping a client out, it can lead to problems. So be very careful about doing that. Put as much of the responsibility back on your client to take care of their own issues, okay? So that you don't get held accountable for something you really didn't do, okay? Very important. This goes for helping out with things like repairs to a house. I know some of you have been, and including this agent, been willing to help hire and manage the carpet installation, painting, plumbing repairs, whatever, roofing repairs, etc. But you got to be careful about doing too much and setting yourself up for a claim because something went wrong and you get blamed for it, even if all you were trying to do was help. Okay, so be careful about that. Think twice before you do that. All right, can this get me and HomeSmart in trouble, or have I shielded us enough that the homeowner is still responsible for this situation and not me? Okay, or you. All right, there we go. So there's that. All righty, ORW form changes. Amy, are you on the call today?
Excuse me, Camille.
Hi.
Camille,
Yes.
were you going to have Erin talk about the workplace?
Oh, yes, I would like Erin. I forgot she was here. Erin, thank you. Let me go back to that and give the floor over to Erin to share.
I just thought you were gonna like hand it over to me, like pass the mic towards the end. I was just sitting here waiting.
I even had it in my speaker notes, but I forgot.
Oh, it's good. It's all good. If
right,
you make me co-host, I can just share my screen and
Okay.
my slides ready to go.
Let me see here. Phyllis, I don't know if you can make her co-host, but I can. I made it so that multiple participants can share.
Oh, good. I should be able to that. Let me just check real quick.
Okay. So Erin, for you guys' information, Erin is the Director of Education. Is that right, Erin?
I'm the Vice President of Learning and Development.
There you go. Okay. So She's
Same,
gonna
same,
tell you
same.
more about workplace because she's heading that up.
Yeah, so let's talk about workplace. About how much time do I have to chat with you guys today, just so I know how deeply I can go into this?
I would say
your
5 minutes. Is that okay?
Sure, we'll go fast then. All right,
Okay.
have a pen and a piece of paper ready because there are a few things I'm gonna ask you to write down and or put in the note section of your phone. So let's get ready to go. So I typically like to cover these 6 things with everybody. Today, I'll just cover the first 3 since we're short on time. And then if you have any questions about workplace, just know that I'm available to help you. Your broker is available as well. They can also just escalate questions to me if they can't find the solution. And then if your team does use agent services, they can always help with that as well. So let's quickly just talk about claiming your accounts because as Camille said, that's the first and most important thing that we need everybody to do. Every single agent at HomeSmart will have an account. So truly we're creating a network of around 25,000 agents across the US that are sharing this platform to help us better communicate. As Camille said, it will look and feel incredibly similar to Facebook, and that's because it is owned by Facebook, aka Meta. And the only difference is that we utilize Workplace as our company's intranet. So not internet, intra with an A, net. And what I mean by that is it's our private space to communicate as a company. So on Facebook, the issue with communication company-wide is that it's not necessarily just private to us. So what you will see is that corporate-wide communications, training, exclusive content, those kinds of things are only going to be available in Workplace. Now, can you still have your brokerage Facebook accounts, your personal business accounts? Absolutely. None of those things are going away. But as far as communication from a corporate standpoint, from even sometimes brokerage, depending on how Camille wants to utilize your guys' groups on Workplace, all of that will be happening again on Workplace, and more over time you're going to see a migration of that communication. We also will be having exclusive educational content that only streams on Workplace. Actually next week, Tuesday, December, my gosh, I almost said December, October 25th, we do have a live stream exclusive event with Dr. Jessica Lautz from NAR. She's the VP of Behavioral Insights and Sciences. She works for Dr. Lawrence Yoon, if you guys are familiar with him. They work together, and she's doing a live stream on our Workplace for everybody to do a Q&A of trends that she's anticipating for next year. So stuff like that is happening all the time in Workplace. So we really do need you guys to claim your accounts. There are 3 steps that you'll engage with to claim your accounts. You're in RSA every single day. So the next time you're in RSA, and again, please do this from a computer. I found people have a hard time if they try to claim their account from a cell phone because we're just going so fast, we forget to save information, etc. So please do the claim process from your computer and then feel free to use your phone as much as you want. But this claiming process really does go much more smoothly from your desktop or your laptop. So you're going to, next time you're in RSA, click on your profile in the upper right-hand corner. You're going to then see an option that says integrations. Click on integrations and you'll see a huge red button that says claim my Workplace account. You click claim and up pops Workplace. Now, this is why I asked you to grab a pen and a pencil or a pen and paper or grab your cell phone because there's 2 things I want you to make yourself a note to do. First of all, when you claim your account, 1, write down your username. It's going to just assign you a username based on your RSA account. Write that down. You'll need it to log in. You'll need it to put an app on your phone if that's what you like to do. Also, it's going to ask you to set a password. Write that down. Or make sure you save it somewhere on your phone, somewhere on your laptop, whatever you need to do. But you have to remember that username and the password you set. Okay, so don't forget that. They're really important items, especially if you're going to be using the apps, which I highly encourage you to do. Okay, so 3 steps to claim your process: RSA, integrations, claim my account. Next, like I mentioned, there are 2 apps that you can add to your phone if you'd like. I have the app on my phone, and I will tell you right now, this tool is so beautifully optimized to be used on your phone. It's really, really fantastic the way it displays information, the way it's so easily accessible. I highly encourage you to add these apps to your phone. You have two choices, and they're available for Apple and Android. You just go to the Apple Store or the Google Store to add it to your phone, and you search Workplace app. And there's also a Workplace chat app. You can add one or you can add both. Now, there is a chat feature in the Workplace app, but what the Workplace chat app will give you the option to do is do some video conferencing if you'd like, right from your phone to teams and to people in your brokerage, right? So that's another option that's available too. But again, claim your account, write down that username and the password you choose, and then hop over to adding the app on your phone, right? Because you're going to need that username and password to get access to the app. So if we do them in reverse order, it doesn't really work that well. So from your computer, claim your account, then do the apps on your phone. All right, third and final thing I'm going to share with you today, and then I'll take questions. Once you are in the tool, once you're in Workplace, the first thing I want you to do is set up your profile. Why is that so important? I'm so glad you asked, because that is the face of you. That is your marketing strategy to 25,000 agents across the US. What an incredible referral network. And they want to see your smiling, beautiful face, right? We work in an industry where we have to have headshots done all the time anyway. Grab your headshot, get it added to your profile. Then I want you to put 1 to 2 sentences about yourself in your bio. And then, if you should choose, but I highly recommend you do this, it gives you the option to tag your skills. What are your areas of expertise? Are you an expert with renovation and flip type properties, luxury, rural, VA, whatever, right? Whatever your expertise is, tag it in the skills section. And here's why. One of my favorite features of Workplace is there's a company-wide directory. So if we all get in the habit of tagging our skill set in our profile, it gives everybody else the ability to search the directory by skill. So imagine this, if you will. I live in New Mexico. I have a client that's moving to Florida and they want to purchase a more luxury property. I'm looking for an agent that I can refer them to that has that skill set. Imagine the power of being able to search through 25,000 agents that you have access to because you work for HomeSmart by their specific niches and skill sets. Pretty powerful. So again, setting up your profile, I want to see your beautiful smiling face. I want 1 to 2 sentences in your bio, and then please start tagging those skills. It gives other people the ability to find you based on your areas of expertise. So I'm going to stop right there for now because I know we're short on time. Are there any questions before I hand it back over to Camille?
You can put them in the chat if you don't want to speak up.
So as we're waiting for anyone to drop in the chat, there are 2 things I want to point out. One, here's my email address. I'm happy to help you guys, or Camille, feel free to escalate anything to me as it comes up. I'm happy to help. I also put one of my other teammates. His name is Aaron Jones. Yes, we're both named Aaron. That's just what we do here. We're the Aarons. He is our national tools trainer, and he's a phenomenal trainer. So if you need support with any of our proprietary tools, not only does he have weekly trainings, but he also does office hours. He does one-on-ones. Camille, he even travels if we need him to come and do a boot camp for you guys. But if you need help with any of our proprietary tools and or Workplace, he's available to you as well. It's just aaron.jones@hsmove. All right, I didn't see any questions pop through.
Erin, I have a question real quick.
Sure.
So if when you claim your Workplace, and then if you didn't put a username in, because I don't remember being asked to,
It automatically
is it just
populates for you.
defaults to?
Yeah, it's not going to ask you to put in a username.
Okay.
It's going to give you a username because it's pulling that information from RSA. So we set this up very, very purposefully because with 25,000 agents across the country, you could imagine how messy that would get really quickly of, people going inactive or leaving our company, right? So we needed to make sure we had a way to sync up and clean out Workplace every 24 hours that happens. So on the backside, just a little background here, RSA runs a sync into Workplace every 24 hours. So every day at midnight, it runs a sync to make sure anyone that should be in there is still in there. Anyone that should be out of there is out of there, right? So all of that information that you need, it's pulling right in from RSA. So when you click claim and that Workplace screen pops up, your username is just going to be populated right there. So Phyllis, I can actually pull yours up right now and tell you exactly what your username is. If you give me just one quick second, I can do this for you. Any other questions while I pull this up for Phyllis? That's it. That was an easy one. That was an easy question. I was expecting advanced level.
We've got pretty good adoption now. Phyllis has been working on bringing everybody over to Meta Workplace.
Love it.
So now we're ready to start using it, I think, as we could bring in the last few people. And we have a couple of people who just say, I don't do social media. Well, okay. Can't make them.
So Phyllis, I'm gonna drop your username right in the chat to you.
Perfect.
And just so everyone's aware, if there ever is a point where you forget any information, it's going to always present you with that I forgot my password option. But if for some reason you're just really having difficulty, just let me know. I can actually just reset your entire account for you. So if you're ever having a hard time, feel free, myself or someone on my team will be able to help you and assist, making sure you can get in and get the access you need. So Phyllis, let me drop this to you. Here's your username. So really you just need to make sure you remember your password. Also too though, Phyllis, I think since you aren't an agent, you might have an account that's claimed by your email. So your username might be your email address. So just so you're aware.
Actually, I am an agent. I'm both.
Oh, okay. Then it's provision. Then it should be provisioned through RSA. So you should be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Erin. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, Erin, we might ask you to come back for an advanced session once we get a little bit more.
Anytime. When we're ready for 2.0, just let me know and I'll come right back on.
All right.
All right, bye guys.
Maybe
Thank
next
you.
month then. Thank you, Erin. Okay, great. All right, so let's get back to our presentation here. Thank you, Phyllis, for reminding me that we had her waiting to talk to us. I forgot. Can't believe I forgot. Okay, wait a second. I think I have to stop allowing other people to share screen before I can do this. There we go. Apparently that's a requirement. Okay, ta-da, so there you go. Okay, we talked about this already. All right, ORW form changes. If you haven't heard already, the ORW is changing to a multi-part form. And I'm going to play this little video with Ashley Strauss-Martin, who's going to explain this a little bit for us. Okay, so hopefully you can hear this okay.
Hello, I'm Ashley Strauss-Martin, General Counsel for the New Mexico Association of Realtors. Attached you'll find a video I put together explaining the new ORW forms and process that we've all heard so much about. A grid outlining the revisions to the Residential Resale Purchase Agreement, Form 2104, and PDFs of all the new and revised forms. Now, the new forms and the revised purchase agreement have all been sent to the forms vendors, all the form vendors. However, we do not know the specific dates that each vendor will have the forms released and posted in their respective library. These new forms will replace the ORW form, the current 5109. So if you're using a purchase agreement that references the ORW form and that form is no longer available in the MR Forms library, then the buyer should use the new Notice of Objection form, Form 5141, to make their objections. The seller should then use the new Response to Notice of Objections form, Form 5142, to respond to the buyer's objections. If the buyer needs to further respond, the buyer would create their very own Response to Notice of Objections, Form 5142, and so on and so forth until the parties come to an agreement, at which time the agreement will be written up on the Resolution Addendum Form 5143, signed by all parties and delivered to the lender if the buyer is getting a loan. Please remember a couple of things. First of all, that the objection form and the response forms are only signed by one party of the transaction and not the other. Only the resolution addendum is signed by all parties to the transaction. And because the objections forms and the response forms are not agreements and therefore do not amend the purchase agreement, they do not have to be delivered to the buyer's lender unless, of course, the lender asks for them. Also remember that until the parties all sign off, meaning all parties to the transaction sign off on the resolution addendum, there is no resolution. Please review all the materials we've made available to you today and contact me on the legal hotline if you should have questions. Thank you and have a great day.
Okay, so there you go. This is the summary of what she said and the form numbers. Last I checked, they were not yet in the Instanet. I don't know if they're in .loop or other systems, but they weren't in Instanet just yet. They might be now, but that was a few days ago. But they're working on getting them in there. And she has, stop it, scooch. Okay, she has said she had attached the forms. I haven't looked at them. Amy, are you on the call today? Do you have information about
I'm here.
these and have you reviewed them?
I can tell you that as of this morning, those forms were not in the transaction desk, but they're coming. So
Okay,
until they come, everybody can use the regular ORW. And then, but the time is going to come when you go to reach for that ORW and it's not going to be there.
yeah.
And you'll
it's
have
gonna
to
be
use these
different.
new forms.
Right. So you can see 5141 is where you start. We'll probably put out more information as we actually get the forms to work with and some training or something around it. This is how it's done in California, where it's multi-part forms. Here it's one form that's done in different stages. So, you know, it's just a little bit different process, same idea, different process. And hopefully it'll go well, this transition over to multi-part forms and less confusion, because sometimes people don't understand the same form being used for multi-process. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. All right. KV Core group training session in person coming up November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, a Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 11 o'clock. We're going to do KV Core boot camp in a live training session. So we're going to be watching KV Core do the training on our big screen TV, but we're going to learn together and practice together and work it out together, trying to learn how to use KV Core. Really like to get more adoption of KV Core. It's a fantastic tool. We really put ourselves out there to bring that to you, and I'd love to see more people taking advantage of it. So RSVP to Phyllis if you can make it, so we make sure and have enough food and beverage for everybody, and bring your laptop. It's going to be at the West Side Conference Room. I have a little bit bigger conference room than we have over here at the main office. Okay, so put that on your calendar, first week of November. All right, hope you can come.
Camille, it starts at 11. How long?
I think the session is actually not very long. It's less than half an hour. So
Okay.
we'll spend another little bit of time after the training session to do the work that they taught us how to do in the class. So plan on an hour or so, 20 or so minutes for the session with KV Core, and then 40-45 minutes to do some follow-up work to build your KV Core profile and learn, you know, whatever it is that they're teaching us that day. But it's basically going to be like intro to KV Core, get started, get more business in KV Core, using KV Core. That's what we have it for. All right. I should have hopefully had more information about what's actually in the class, but it's 3 sessions, all different, building on what we learned in the previous class. So it's not just come to one of these, it's come to all 3 of them. Okay, put that in your calendar for November. Okay, here we go. Birthday time. Happy birthday to our fall birthday babies. Robert Zamora, 10-2. Matthew Curry, 10-16. Leah Frecker today. Leah, are you on the call today? Okay, well, happy birthday to our TC Leah. And Pam Copy is coming up in a few days on the 22nd. Jerry Kalt on the 27th. I think that's it for October birthdays. Yes, okay. Want to welcome our newest home smarties. We have Crystal Bush, Angela Perez Clark, who I know is on the call today. Angela, you want to say hi? Tell us a little bit about yourself, maybe.
Hi, everyone. I'm originally from Colorado. Been here 3.5 years, but I've been licensed 10 years in Colorado and Illinois, and now here. My background was basically in accounting for almost 30 years. So I'm enjoying it here. We found our dream home, and I'm looking forward to meeting all of you.
Good. And you can friend her on Facebook. Crystal, are you here? I didn't see you come in, but I wasn't sure if maybe you came in after I started the meeting. Okay, I don't see Crystal or hear Crystal. Teresa Arias, are you here today, Teresa? She might not be. She has a full-time job during the day. She was invited to join us through Yvonne Gonzalez. Okay, I want to say happy 2nd anniversary to, I need to fix this, Sylvia Bobadilla. Thank you for being part of HomeSmart. And we have a 3rd anniversary with Jay Flowers. I'm very happy to have both of you as part of HomeSmart. Thank you for sticking with us. All right, we love our transaction coordinators. You heard a little bit from Amy Goldberg. Lee is not on the call today, but both of them are here to serve you and help you get your deals done more efficiently, more effectively, and stay out of trouble with me and the NEMRC and get you paid more quickly. When you have a TC on the job, you get paid immediately because I know I can hound them to get paperwork in, and I don't have to. Actually, they know how to do their paperwork and get it done for me. So you get paid right away when you have a TC on your transaction. And they just do so much to take the load of getting through a transaction off of your plate so that you can go out and get another deal. So highly recommend using our TCs. And here is their contact info. I think we have that correct, hopefully. Okay. Sales activity. We had 18 sales for September. We have 20 scheduled for October. And for closings in September, we had Albert, Kara, Jay, Christy and Summer, Laura, Martin, Anthony and Matthew, which is New Mexico Realty Pros, Norma Aragon, Patricia, and Sergio and Teresa all had 1 transaction closing in September. So congratulations, everybody. Then this needs a bit of adjusting, I guess. Our 2 closings came in 3rd. 2 closings for Eleanor and 3 closings for Ruben. That's fantastic, isn't it? Okay. Oh, there's Nicholas. Sorry, Nicholas. Nicholas had 2 closings. That's great. He's a fairly new agent, so congratulations. Wants, needs, and brags. I want to open it up for anybody who has an upcoming listing, an open house slot to share, buyer needs, or accomplishments that you can share with us about your transactions. I'm going to give you a minute to unmute and tell me what you want to brag about or ask for help with.
I would like to brag about a broker open house happening tomorrow from 12:30 to 2 p.m. It's being hosted by Old Republic Title. There will be food and drinks provided. It's at my new listing located at 6649 Isleta Boulevard. It's a really cool property. It's in Valley Farms, an irrigated 1-acre horse property. If you haven't been out there, I really suggest going down there, coming and seeing me, seeing the property, even maybe making a marketing video for Facebook. It really is beautiful out there.
Great, awesome. Did you hear that? She's inviting you to market this property and use it to create a video to market it. All right, so take her up on that. All right, anybody else have upcoming listings, open houses, or buyer needs they want to share? Thank you, Amara. Okay, I'm going to move on. You can always put stuff in the chat too if you're scared of Zoom. Put it in the chat. Okay, I want to congratulate Nicholas Baca, who just put a commercial property for $950,000 under contract. Fantastic. It just went under contract, so hopefully we'll make it through contingencies and carry on. That was an awesome deal. And all right, do you love HomeSmart as much as I do? I hope so. I want you to help us grow because you get to be part of the success of HomeSmart when you help us grow. Who have you worked with that you think would be a good fit for us? And who do you know from real estate school who might be interested in joining? And who do you know that is even thinking of getting their license that I could talk to and share with them about what it's like to be a realtor and see if it makes sense for them as a career change? I'm happy to do that. So you get a $100 gift card when you refer somebody that joins us. And now you get stock as well from HomeSmart International. I want to thank Yvonne Gonzalez, who earned a gift card for referring Teresa Arias. And Yvonne is in the agent equity program, so she will have the potential to earn additional stock grants based on whatever Teresa does for transactions. That's pretty exciting. Okay. And also want to remind you guys, we have cubicles and office space for rent. Right now, I have one office in the main office available for rent. And I have one cubicle for rent in the main office, one at the other office, the West Side office. So if you are thinking maybe that would help you with your productivity, let me know. Let's talk. It's only $85 a month to have a cubicle. All right. If you need help in the Real Smart Agent panel, I want to remind you, you can call our hotline for agent services, 505-908-3133. That rings through to Phyllis's cell phone number. You can reach out to her and expect an answer between 9 to 5, Monday through Saturday. If you call outside of that hours, she may or may not be able to help you. Depends on what she's up to. All right, if something isn't working in the RSA, you need help setting up your website, you don't know how to do something, you need help getting your first transaction into the RSA, the Real Smart Agent website, for those of you that are new, just reach out to Phyllis. She's here to help you. You can call her at the office during business hours, or you can use this hotline number here, okay? And then Phyllis's corner is here. Phyllis, you get to have the floor.
Hi, guys. I just wanted to bring up the issue of missing paperwork. And so I thought I'd show you real quick where to go to find the form. You click into downloads, and I guess my little on that black, the red doesn't show up, but you just log into RSA and click on downloads, and then you go to policies and procedures. And, you know, this is where the missing, you know, in that last picture, you know, this is where the missing paperwork form is. And when you have a transaction where, you know, you don't have an ORW, which we're not going to have one anymore anyway, I guess.
Yes,
but,
we will.
You know,
just different.
It'll be different, but when your transaction doesn't have that, or an MLS or an ILR, property disclosure statement, if you guys will take that missing paperwork form and just put an explanation in, because, you know, why that isn't there, you know, then everything is just neat and tidy, and our boss, Camille, is happy.
Okay, and you know, like sometimes a transaction just isn't going to have one of the pieces that we usually put in there. And, you know, we just need to have some sort of explanation so we know not to be harassing you for it. Where's that MLS form? And it's a for sale by owner. Sometimes it's easy for us to tell that, but sometimes it's not. And so it just helps us keep track of that. It says on the form that you might get fined for not having certain paperwork. We have yet to fine anybody. So, you know, unless paperwork becomes a problem with you, we won't fine you. We just need to have something in the file that shows why we don't have a certain piece of paper that we normally would have. If we ever get audited or there's ever an E&O claim, it helps to have that in the file to explain the situation. Okay, that's all. Okay, carry on here. All right. What else do you need from us? We're here to serve, and we want to make real estate easy for you and your clients. So let me know how we can help. We are 100% for agents as always. All right, that's it right there. And I can stop sharing and open up the floor for any questions. Anybody have anything else they want to add or ask me about?
I don't have a question, but I would encourage everybody regarding that new ORW to watch the video that Ashley Strauss Martin put out. It's about 40 minutes, but it goes in depth on all those forms that are coming out.
Great. I bet you can find those probably either on New Mexico Association of Realtors, or maybe they'll be on the GAR or Santa Fe websites.
I have the link too, so if anybody needs it, just let me know and I can send it to you.
Okay, great. I should watch that too, huh? Let's answer questions about it.
Amy,
haven't
can you
done that
send me
yet.
that video, please?
What's that?
Oh, for Amy, if she could send me that video. It's
I got
fun.
you.
Thank you.
Good. Okay, anybody else got questions or
Me too, Amy, please.
whatever? Okay. I also want to say a special welcome to Brendan Burdock. He's getting his license. He's in the process of taking the exam. And so he will be joining our office as soon as he's licensed. But he came to our meeting today to learn and get to know all of you guys a little bit and see what we're all about. Okay. Well, if anybody has anything else, here's your last chance.
I have a quick question, Camille. When are the fees due again? I saw them pop up on the GAR website, but when are they due?
December 31st is the deadline.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so for anybody who didn't quite understand that question, it was when are your GAR board dues due? And they're due by the 31st. Otherwise, I think there's a late fee if you're late beyond that. And also to let you guys know, if you don't pay your dues, they kind of make me the enforcer to make everybody get their dues in or quit. So if you don't pay your dues, I have to release you and turn in your license to the commission. And I think the deadline for that is January 31st. They give me 30 days to get everybody paid and in. If you don't pay your dues, you can't be a realtor. You can't be a part of our office. That's not my rule. That's the GAR rules. Okay, so they make me the enforcer and I don't like it, but I can't, if you don't pay your dues, they'll shut down the entire office. They're serious about this. So if you don't, I'm going to put this out now while we're talking about this. Sometimes people say, well, I'm having such a hard time right now. I can't pay my dues right now. And I just want to go inactive for a few months and then I'll come back. Well, it's very expensive to do that. GAR will triple your dues to come back. If you come back within 12 months time, it's a triple dues. And I believe NEMRIC also has a penalty for, no, it's only a penalty if you go in, don't renew your license, then there's a penalty. If you just go inactive with NEMRIC, it's not a penalty except $20 to get your license reactivated. It's GAR and SFAR that's really painful to get back into if you want to rejoin within 12 months. And they do that to stop the yo-yo effect of people's cash flow not being able to afford your dues by December 31st. So make sure you save your money, get your dues paid by December 31st, whatever you have to do, because otherwise I have to release your license. And I don't like to have to do that, but sometimes that's what has to happen. Okay, so just want to give you fair warning and heads up on that. Any other questions? Okay, well, with that, we'll wrap it up. Certainly, I'm always available to answer questions. If you have anything you want to talk to me about personally, or didn't want to bring up in front of the whole group, feel free to reach out to me. I'm always here to help and answer questions. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for attending. Sorry, this one took a little longer than usual, but we had a lot to cover. So I'm glad that you all stuck with me. Thank you very much. And have a great week, month. See you next month. Take care, everybody.